Very good afternoon students and welcome to BYJU'S exam prep, the most comprehensive preparation app for all of the exam. मैं ललित मेहंदी दत्ता स्वागत करता हूं आप लोगों का आज के सेशन में. We are doing the logical reasoning passages related to puzzles and sitting arrangement and this is part 2 for that. So we are practicing for the CLAT 2025 exam students. You all are welcome to this session. Very good evening and good afternoon to everybody. So students, today's session is for logical reasoning and we will be doing passages part 2. This is related to sitting arrangement and we are revising the total syllabus for CLAT logical reasoning in this series. So let's begin with the session. Very good afternoon to everybody. So we are doing sitting arrangement today. So let's begin with the very first arrangement. There are 7 persons PQRSTUV work in different office among IBM, Facebook, Grofers, Infosys, TCS, Google, Flipkart, but not necessarily in the same order. So we have 7 persons. Let me choose the color. Okay, P, Q, R, S, T, U and V. There is timing which we have to take in consideration and the office, right? The place where they work and the time at which they go. The timing are 7:15, 8, 8:30, 9:30, 11 and 11:45. The timing of one person is not known. Okay. There is one person whose timing is not known. Nobody comes before 7 and after 12. Between 7 and 12 is the timing and timing are given to us. Q works in Google. Okay. Q is going to Google. P works in TCS at 8:30 a.m. U goes to office at 7:15. So timing of U is given 7:15 a.m. right, but not in Flipkart. Okay, so we can't fill Flipkart here. I'm cancelling Flipkart for U. Okay, so we are done with this statement. We are done with this, right? The difference in the timing of Q and the one who works in IBM is 45 minutes. Okay. Between Q and IBM there is a gap of 45 minutes. Okay, so Q can work at 8 and U is coming at 7:15. The gap of 45 minutes is there. Okay, and in that case you will work in IBM. In that case you will have to work in IBM. This is one of the perspective. Okay, next there is a other timing which has a gap of 45 minutes, which is 11 and 11:45. Okay, means Q can go to office at 11 and the other person at 11:45. So we have two possibilities. Neither R nor S work in IBM. Okay, so R and S will not go to IBM or Facebook. Okay, Facebook and IBM are not for R and S. Nobody goes to office at 9. 9 is not any time. And it is also not mentioned in the list of timing either. Okay, the timing of one who works in Facebook is not given, so the one timing is missing. They have told us in the instructions, and the one who is going to Facebook is the person whose timing is missing. The one who works in Infosys goes after the one who works in Flipkart. Okay, so Flipkart can work come here and Infosys here. Flipkart can work here, Infosys here, but Flipkart can't. We have two possibilities: Flipkart with R, Infosys with S, Flipkart with T, Infosys with U. There is a difference of 3 hours between S and V. Okay, so S and V must have a gap of 3 hours. Okay, so only timing which have a gap of 3 hours is 8, 11 and 11:45. So if S goes to the office at 8, then V goes around okay, V does not go to the office at 11, so V will definitely go to office at 11:45, because all other timing with a gap of 3 hours are already used. Only these two timings are left. So we can't go at 11, so either V is at 8 or S is at 8, and V is at 11:45 or S is at 11:45, either way. Okay, so now we have 4 time slot filled. Okay, how many are left? We are left with a time slot for Q, time slot for R, time slot for S. One time slot is missing. Okay, one time slot is missing. So this part is done. The gap between S and V is more than 3 hours now. The timing, whose timing is missing, is the person who goes to Facebook, and the one who works in Infosys goes after the one who works at Flipkart. Okay, it means the timing which are left, means which are after one after another. 7:15 is done, 8 is done, 8:30 is done, and 11:45 is done. Okay, so if I put Flipkart in place of S, right, then there is a timing for 9:30, and Infosys will come at 9:30. Okay, because Flipkart can't come at 7:15, this is mentioned. Flipkart can't come at 8:30, TCS is already there. Flipkart can come at place of 8 p.m. and at 9:30, which is just after 8, will be the person who goes to Infosys. 9:30 a.m. Okay. So we are done with 5 timings now. We are left with 11 a.m. timing. V does not go at 11. Okay, V does not go at 11. There is a person who goes at 11. Okay, but that person is not given. But yes, the one who goes to Google Q is having a gap of 45 minutes. So I will take 11 a.m. in place of Q, so that Q and one person will have a gap of 45 minutes. So Q is going to office at 11, right? After Flipkart there is just Infosys, because then we have, if I take Infosys as 11, then there will be a gap of one timing which is at 9:30, and there is one timing which is nil, which is to be occupied by Facebook only. This is mentioned. Okay, now we are left with Grofers. TCS is done, Google is done, Flipkart and IBM. Okay, R and S do not go to IBM, so that's why I filled Infosys and Flipkart here. Okay, because that condition was already there. Then V does not go to office at 11. This is also considered. So it is mentioned that Q and IBM has a gap of 45 minutes. It means it is we who go to IBM, right, and you will go to Grofers, which is the leftover office, right? So we are done with all these statements. Since it is mentioned that R and S can't go to IBM and Facebook, so we have to take Infosys and Flipkart for R and S. Okay, so that's why we arrange 8 and 9:30 over there, and Flipkart and Infosys over there. One timing is nil, that is to be occupied by Facebook. IBM and Q has a gap of 45 minutes, so Q goes to Google at 11, IBM V 11:45, then leftover U will taken by Grofers. Who among the following goes to Flipkart? It is S who is going to Flipkart. What does T, when does T go to the office? The timing of T is not known, right? T goes to Facebook, and the timing is nil. Okay, nil. We can't find this. Who among the following work as Infosys? I think it is R who goes to Infosys. Yeah, R goes to Infosys. Who goes to office at 11:45? It was the last person, V, who was going to the office at 11:45, and his name is not mentioned here, so we'll say none of these. Okay, none of these. V goes to 11:45. Okay, so we are done with all these questions of the first sitting arrangement, student. Last one. When does the one who works at Grofer goes to office? Okay, let me check what is the timing for Groffers. Groffers goes at 7:15 a.m. The very first timing, 7:15 a part. Okay, the next sitting arrangement is related to 8 people. EFGH JKLM sitting around a circular table facing the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 8 persons sitting around a circular table, and all are facing at the center of the table. Each of them has a different profession: chartered accountant, columnist, doctor, engineer, financial analyst, lawyer, professor, scientist, but not necessarily in the same order, obviously. F is sitting second to the left of K. F is sitting second to the left of K. Let me write the numbers inside the circle. F is sitting second to the left of K. Okay, this is done. First point is done. F is sitting second to the left of K. The scientist is immediate neighbor of K. So scientist can be here, or scientist can be here also. There are two possibilities of scientist. Okay, because he is the immediate neighbor of K. There are only 3 persons between scientist and E. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. E must be here, or 1, 2, 3. E must be here. We have 2 possibilities for E, because we have 2 possibilities for scientist. 1, 2, 3. E can be here or here. We will obviously pick any one position, but according to the coming clues. Only one person sits between engineer and E. Okay, this is E, and if scientist, so between E means we have to make another circle, so to avoid the confusion. Okay, F K scientist. Okay, okay, so now we have 2 different possibilities in 2 different charts. Engineer and E is having only one person between them. So 2 possibilities of engineer in the first diagram, and engineer and E is having only one person between them. So 2 possibilities of engineer in the second diagram. First, second. Only one possibility will work. But which is that possibility? We have to find this. The columnist is to immediate, the columnist is immediate is to immediate right of engineer. If this is engineer, on the right of engineer is columnist. So this is columnist. This engineer, the right is columnist. Columnist. And this is engineer, so this is columnist. 4 possibilities, right? M is second to the right of K. M is second to the right of K, so this is M, right? Because M is second to the right of K, right? And in the second position, this is M. H is scientist, scientist is H, scientist is H. Then let's work out with those statements which are quite clear. The financial analyst is to immediate left of F, financial analyst. So E can be financial analyst, or this is not possible. If F is columnist, to the left of F we have a financial analyst, but here we have engineer. So this possibility of engineer is out. So let me rub this. Okay, let me rub this. So this engineer position is out, and this is financial analyst who is to the left of F. Engineer is here. Between E and engineer there is only one person, M, and M can be columnist. Okay, and in the above chart also we have taken E as columnist, E as financial analyst who is to the left of F. The lawyer is the second to the right of columnist, so M here is lawyer, and to the right of this, second to the right of this is lawyer, but here the name is not given. Here M must be the lawyer. The professor is immediate neighbor of engineer. Here engineer's position is already occupied by lawyer and columnist, so this possibility is out. Engineer can't be at this position, so let me remove engineer from this position. Okay, here we have F as the only possibility for neighbor of engineer to be professor, and here engineer neighbor is K, which can be professor. So this coming out to be a very good arrangement, because this arrangement is working with every possible option. So I am rubbing the upper part, because that part is contradicting two statements, so it means this is wrong. So the only possibility is now the chart which we have left with. So K is professor. G is second to the right of chartered accountant, and G and J are immediate neighbor of each other. So we have two positions which are left over. F is done, H is done, K is done, M is done. Here we have E, scientist, and E, right? So G and J, right? We are left with G and J, who are immediate neighbors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So F is second to the the first F is sitting second to the left of K, second to the left of K. Okay, first statement, right? F is second to the left of K. Scientist is H. This was done, right? And engineer and this is financial analyst, which is the neighbor of F. This is columnist, who is M, right? M is columnist. Then we have G and J together, right? This is E, right, who is chartered accountant, who is the just adjoining columnist. K was professor. K was professor. I am again writing this. K is professor. This is F and this is K. K is professor, right? So G and J are together now. the one who is engineer is still left. Okay, rest all is filled. G is second to the right of chartered accountant. Now this is chartered accountant. Second to the right is G, is done. J is done. F is done. Engineer is done. So let me check which letter is left. L is left. L is engineer, right? Which professions are left? Chartered accountant done. Financial analysis done. Doctor is left. And scientist is done. Professor is done. Lawyer. I haven't written lawyer is opposite to professor. So this one is lawyer and left position is doctor. Okay. Now we are done with this. Now we can check each and every statement once again according to the sitting arrangement and check again one by one for the correctness of all the statements, because on this whole chart we have to answer 4-5 questions, right? So we must be very sure with the statements mentioned in the question. So the first statement is that F is sitting left of K on the second position, which is true. Scientist is immediate neighbor of K, true. There are only 3% between scientist and E. Scientist and E we have 3%, correct. Columnist is immediate right of engineer, correct. M is second to the right of K. M is second to the right of K, correct. H is scientist. G and J are immediate neighbor. Neither G nor J are engineer. The financial analysis immediate left of F. That is also correct now. Lawyer is second to the right of columnist, correct. Professor is immediate neighbor of engineer. G is second to the right of chartered accountant. Everything is on the place now. Let's answer the question. Who is sitting second to the right of E? Second to the right of E is G, who is financial analyst. G. Who among the following is a professor? I think K was professor. Professor is K, right? K is professor. What is the position of L with respect to scientist? With respect to scientist, position of L. Second right, right side second, and left side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 to the left, second to the right. Second to the right is mentioned, so this is correct. Who is sitting second to the right of professor? I think it was second to the right of professor is M, who is columnist. So M is the answer. Who among the following is the doctor? The left one, the last person, F, was doctor. Who among the following was lawyer? Lawyer was on the top. J was lawyer, right? Students, just after this session I will be taking a practice session on application for the same topic, that is sitting arrangement, logical reasoning passages part 2, but this will be on application. Timing is 4:15. Okay, download the application right away and come with me on the application, right? We will be revising this sitting arrangement what we have done right now, right, in a form of a rapid test over there. So join me on the application, students. That's all for this session. Take care. Bye.